Hi everybody, how's your new year going so far? Mine's not been too bad, thank heavens, touch wood, all the other things. Yeah, it's been okay. Stitches have dissolved in my nose, so that's progress. Um, I wanted to talk a bit about staying grounded in the moment, in the present moment. And the reason I thought about that was because a friend of mine's talked about going back to somewhere they lived before. And I felt that it's important to realize that, like, going back to the past isn't always the answer. Having said that, we've done exactly that. We lived overseas for 20 odd years and we came back to the UK in 2001. Yeah. And it's been, wasn't plain sailing. We kind of expected that we would just slot into the life we've left behind all those years ago. We were overseas for 20 odd years. So, and it didn't happen like that. It was quite tough at first and very different ways of doing things. We've kind of assimilated in a different culture. And yeah, so, kind of thinking about the past, sometimes we kind of have rose-colored glasses on, and not always a good thing. And similarly, reliving emotions from the past, particularly negative emotions. Don't let go of happy memories. I mean, happy memories are what sustain us, and but be glad for those. But don't dwell on the negative stuff. Don't dwell on the bad stuff, because you just get caught in a downward spiral of depression and misery and reliving things. That's one of the reasons I wasn't keen on counselling. I have had counselling, and for me it didn't work. I'm not saying it doesn't work. So if you're having counselling, don't pack it in. For some people it's great, but for me it didn't work. Yeah, and also similarly, like, imagining something that's going to happen tomorrow, always like kind of imagining worst case scenarios. Not helpful either, because all it does is it creates anxiety. You're thinking, what if I don't do this? And what happens if I forget that? And what happens if I go without so and so? Just like, what, those things might happen, but it's not the end of the world. Breathing another day, we can still make a difference. But yeah, so, like, for instance, if you've got an interview tomorrow, don't worry about what might happen. Don't imagine scenarios. Prepare yourself as best as you can. Do all the homework and swat up on the company, and do as much as you can, and prepare yourself so you present yourself in the best manner. But don't imagine terrible things happening. What if they say this, and what if they say that? Those things are outside of your control, so there's no point in worrying about them. And like Max Ehrmann says in the Desiderata, do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. And I think that is, like, really quite profound, isn't it? Because you do distress yourself with thinking of worst case scenarios. Don't do that. Allow yourself to, like, live in this moment and embrace it, because you know what? You might have a heart attack in the next 5 minutes. Nobody knows what's going to happen. People all over the world, where the lives change in an instant. And in fact, right when I first started my channel, I had someone put in the comments that they'd had a motorbike accident that was life-changing. So we don't know. So we might as well just enjoy this minute that we've got. Be glad that we're here and we're breathing and we can make a difference. So yeah, just take this moment and savor it. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.